Picture this. It's post-war Los Angeles, 1947, a city of dreams where starlets chase fame under the glittering lights of Hollywood. But amid the glamour lurks a nightmare that would shock the nation. A young woman, beautiful and ambitious, vanishes into the fog of mystery, her fate becoming one of the most infamous unsolved cases in American history. Known as the Black Dahlia, her story is a web of intrigue, false leads, and taunting clues that continue to baffle investigators decades later. Who was she, and what dark force ended her journey? Join us as we uncover the chilling timeline of this enduring puzzle. You won't believe how close we might be to the truth. Welcome back to Bite-Size Unsolved Crime, your go-to for the world's most captivating unsolved mysteries. If you're hooked on history's enigmas, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell for more deep dives. Today, we're stepping back into the shadowy underbelly of 1940s Tinseltown to explore the Black Dahlia case, a tale of aspiration, deception, and an unknown antagonist whose identity remains shrouded in secrecy. To understand this mystery, we must first paint the historical canvas. It's the late 1940s, just after World War II. America is rebuilding, with soldiers returning home and the economy booming. Los Angeles, the heart of the film industry, buzzes with optimism. Neon signs illuminate Sunset Boulevard, jazz fills the air, and young hopefuls flock to Hollywood seeking stardom. Yet beneath the surface, the city grapples with rising crime, corruption in the police force, and the stark contrast between wealth and desperation. This era of film noir, think shadowy detectives and femme fatale, mirrored real-life dramas, and no story embodied it more than that of Elizabeth Short. Born on July 29, 1924 in Hyde Park, Massachusetts, Elizabeth Short grew up in a working-class family. Nicknamed Betty by friends, she was the third of 5 daughters. Her childhood was marked by hardship. Her father faked his own demise in 1929 during the Great Depression, only to resurface years later. Elizabeth suffered from asthma and bronchitis, prompting moves to warmer climates like Miami. By her teens, she dreamed of the silver screen, inspired by the glamour of movie stars. Described as strikingly beautiful with porcelain skin, piercing blue eyes, and raven black hair that she often styled in elegant waves, Elizabeth had a flair for fashion. She favored sheer black dresses, earning her the posthumous moniker Black Dahlia, a nod to her dark attire, and perhaps the 1946 film The Blue Dahlia, though some say it originated from pharmacy regulars who teased her about it. In 1943, at 19, Elizabeth moved to Vallejo, California, to reunite with her father, but their relationship soured, leading her to Vallejo's Camp Cook, now Vandenberg Air Force Base, where she worked in the post-exchange. There, she mingled with servicemen, gaining a reputation as outgoing and vivacious, though some accounts painted her as naive or flirtatious. After a brief arrest for underage drinking, dismissed without charges, she bounced between Florida, Chicago, and back to California, always chasing acting opportunities. By 1946, she settled in Los Angeles, staying at transient hotels and rooming houses, networking in nightclubs like the Florentine Gardens. Friends recalled her as kind-hearted but elusive, often fabricating stories about her life to fit the Hollywood mold, claiming to be a widow or having a child, though neither was true. The pivotal moment arrived on January 15, 1947. In the undeveloped Limert Park neighborhood of South Los Angeles, a local mother out for a walk with her child stumbled upon a gruesome scene. Elizabeth Short, age 22, had been unalived, and her remains posed in a vacant lot. The discovery sent shockwaves through the city, with newspapers sensationalizing the details under headlines like "Fiend Unalives Beauty." The case exploded in the media, partly due to the era's yellow journalism, where outlets like the Los Angeles Examiner competed for scoops. What followed was one of the largest investigations in LAPD history. Detectives canvassed the area, interviewing hundreds. Elizabeth had last been seen alive on January 9th, leaving the Biltmore Hotel after meeting a man described as a red-haired acquaintance. Her whereabouts for those 6 days remain a black hole. The perpetrator's methods suggested medical knowledge, fueling theories of a doctor or surgeon involvement. Taunting letters soon arrived at newspapers, cut-and-paste missives from magazine clippings promising more details or even personal items belonging to Elizabeth. One envelope contained her address book, birth certificate, and photos, postmarked from downtown LA. These communications, signed with phrases like the Black Dahlia Avenger, mirrored the cat-and-mouse games of later infamous figures. The character of the unknown antagonist emerges as cunning and sadistic, someone who craved attention yet evaded capture. Profilers later suggested a person with anatomical expertise, possibly from the medical field or military, given the post-war influx of veterans. The motive? Speculation ranged from personal vendetta to random act, but the theatrical posing hinted at a desire for infamy. Suspects numbered over 60, with confessions flooding in many from attention seekers. Notable ones included Dr. George Hodel, a prominent physician whose son, a retired LAPD detective, accused him in a 1999 book based on wiretap evidence and alleged connections to surrealist art circles. Hodel's home, the Sowden House, became a focal point, with cadaver dogs alerting to scents in 2013, though no conclusive proof emerged. Other theories pointed to Mark Hansen, a nightclub owner Elizabeth knew, or Leslie Dillon, a bellhop with alleged ties. Even Orson Welles and mobster Bugsy Siegel were rumored, though dismissed. As the 1950s dawned, the trail went cold. The Korean War shifted public attention, and LAPD resources dwindled. By the 1960s and 70s, the case inspired books like John Gilmore's Severed and films such as Brian De Palma's 2006 The Black Dahlia. The feminist movement reframed Elizabeth not as a wayward girl, but a victim of societal misogyny. Fast forward to the 21st century, and the mystery persists. In 2013, a book by Pew Eatwell proposed British surgeon Dr. Walter Bailey. DNA technology advances offer hope. In 2021, genealogical databases were employed, though results remain undisclosed. As of 2025, the LAPD considers it an open case, with online sleuths on forums like Reddit dissecting photos and letters. Geographic profiling links the discovery site to nearby medical schools, reinforcing the surgical theory. Elizabeth Short's enduring allure lies in her archetype, the tragic ingenue in a city that devours dreams. She wasn't a star, but her story became legend, symbolizing the dark side of the American dream. As we close the curtain on the Black Dahlia's haunting saga, it's a reminder that some shadows in history refuse to fade. What do you think happened to Elizabeth Short? Drop your theories in the comments below, like if this gave you chills, and share with friends who love a good mystery. Don't forget to subscribe for more unsolved tales that keep you up at night. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay intrigued, and we'll see you next time.